Starting a business in 2026 has never been more simpler because of the internet and AI. In this exact video, I will show you the exact guide into starting a business the simple way. This is not the normal stuff that you're used to, because in this video I will share with you one of the methods that I've used to teach over 3,000 successful entrepreneurs on how to start their businesses from zero and scale it to tens and thousands of rands. You see, this is the normal way of starting any business. This is what the top entrepreneurship books tell you is the normal or the standard way of starting any business. You think of a new idea, a new product, a new solution, and after you have discovered that new thing that no one has ever sold it yet, you take that thing and you go door to door, or you go to your local supermarket and try to talk to as many people as possible, pitch them about this new idea, and then you make money. This is the standard way of doing it. This is what the top entrepreneurship books recommend is the simplest way to start any business. But this very method is doomed to fail short in 2026. And this exact method is the reason that countless entrepreneurs stay broke when they start this thing, because they inevitably lose money somewhere along the line. And do you know why that is? But this all begins on the 20th of August. This is Sipho. You see, Sipho is a university student. On that day, he was sitting on the university library reading entrepreneurship books. You see, one of Sipho's biggest goals was building and owning a business for himself. So he used to read all these business books, and they all taught him the very same thing. In order to make money, you have to come up with a new idea, and you pitch that idea to many people and you make money. So his goal was simple: find a way, or do enough research to discover a new way or a new product that he can offer into the market, so he can make tens and thousands of rands. So later that day, while he was in his college dorm room, he suddenly received a call. It was from his mother. You see, Sipho's mother was the one who was paying for his college tuition. With only 3 months left till he writes his final examination, she got fired from a job. And she told him that she was no longer able to pay for his college tuition, which was 90,000 rands that remained in order for him to be able to be allowed to write his final examination and graduate. So a few days go by. Sipho is trying to find a way on how he can add or figure something out to help his mother generate income, so that he can be able to write his final examination. And suddenly he stumbles across an opportunity. You see, in that university, 10 business investors came by and ran a competition for the whole university. They were looking for new innovative students. If a student is able to innovate or come up with a new fresh idea or a product that they can sell in the market, that entrepreneur or that student who receives first place on that competition will be awarded 150,000 rands. And that to Sipho sounded like music to his ears, because that was the golden opportunity for him to save himself. If he could reach first place, he would take that money and split it into two. Take the first amount and pay for his college tuition so he can be able to write his final examination and graduate, and take the remaining amount and start that business and fund it so that it can make him a successful entrepreneur. So his goal was simple. For the next week, he was going to do research, find ways to solidify this business, find a different way to launch it, and everything that is new that the market has never seen before. So for a week, he was doing research. While he was scrolling, he came across one of my videos of me explaining a business concept called the middleman. But that was not what he was looking for. So he scrolled past by and continued doing his research. You see, a week goes by and Sipho finishes his research and everything was finally ready. So he took his last 5,000 rands that he was saving for a rainy day, and he decided to launch that business with it. And a month goes by. Within that month, Sipho ran that business into the ground because customers did not understand what is it exactly that he was selling. So no one bought from him, and he was devastated because he thought that this business was the one for him. This one was going to change his situation. But it turns out that this business was not going to do that. So a couple of days go by while he was trying to figure out what exactly went wrong, trying to study and doing more research, trying to figure out what exactly did he do wrong. Suddenly, he came across the very same video of me explaining the middleman method. You see, what I was talking about on that video is that I discovered that there were countless studies. Business experts were studying how this entrepreneurial industry was performing in the recent years, and they found out that 76% of entrepreneurs reach success quicker and better when they use a model that has been proven to work than entrepreneurs who start and build a new idea from scratch. So what the middleman method was, is you as an entrepreneur, instead of finding a new idea, you do something that is very simple. You are the middleman between a customer and a supplier. You find customers that have a problem, and you find a supplier that sells the solution to that problem at a much cheaper price. You buy that solution and you add an amount on top of that original amount that you've bought from supplier and you sell that solution to those group of people, and when they buy, you take the profit. Sounds simple. So the next day, Sipho decided to order products from China, and he used those products to start a new, and he sold those products online. So 3 weeks go by and he made 5,000 rands. But that was not enough, because now he was only left with a month till his final examination. So he had to find a way to make the remaining 85,000 rands, so he is allowed to write his final examination. So later that day, while he was on campus, he heard that one of the students who entered the previous competition, that student had been awarded 150,000 rands to start their business. And those news broke him, because he really needed that money. And as if those news were not bad enough, later that day, while he was in his college dorm room, he suddenly received a call. It was from his uncle. You see, his uncle told him that his mother was admitted due to chronic stress. Doctors say that she was stressing over his university tuition fees. And those news overwhelmed Sipho, because he was feeling numb and sad all at once. It was as if the whole world was turning against him. So a few days go by while he is busy hopelessly trying to find a way. How is it that he is going to find the remaining amount? His mother is at hospital. The opportunity that he thought was the one, they gave it to another person. So while he was scrolling, he came across another one of my videos of me breaking down a different business concept. So after me and him hopped on a one-on-one, he explained everything that was going on with his life. He told me how bad things were for him. And after listening to him, I paused for like a minute, trying to digest everything that he was telling me, because it was truly too much. So I told him this: you know what, I understand how it feels like to start something and be passionate about it, and for that thing not working out in the long run. I understand what it feels like to give it your best when things are tough, hoping that that thing will change the situation for you, only for that thing to backfire for you. I understand that. I've started countless businesses and those businesses failed and flopped right in front of my face. I've lost a lot of money. I've lost people. So I understand how it feels like to be backed out of a corner and not knowing how to get out of it. What I told him is, you see, as bad as everything sounds, what I want from you is to not give up on yourself. Because truly that is what it will take for you to make this all happen. You see, the number one thing that has helped me reach the level that I've reached, it is because even though I have encountered countless failures along the way, I've never gave up. Every single day I was thinking of a way to get back up after I have fallen. And what I want from you is to understand that with the remaining month, this is an opportunity for you to give it all your best. Every single day, I want you to triple the effort that you are putting. If you are working this amount, I want you to 4 times that amount and increase your production. I want you to hire a better team. I want you to do more marketing. Every single day you are working tirelessly to make sure that you produce the remaining amount. I want you that every single day when you wake up, you do not go to bed when you are tired. You go to bed when you are done. Every single day. Believe me, that is what it will take for you to save yourself. Because there's no one else who is going to do it for you. You are the one who is going to save yourself. And I want you to take the remaining 4 weeks and change your life completely. So surely within the next 3 weeks, he ramped up his production, hired better teams, and did more marketing. And his sales jumped from 5K into 75,000 rand within 3 weeks. And he was happy. But there was one issue that was remaining for him. Because he was only left with only a week. Meaning that he had 2 decisions in front of him. Is he going to take that remaining week and do more marketing to make the remaining amount in order to settle his university tuition? Or is he going to take that remaining week and try his best to prepare for his final examination? Because if he takes the remaining week and do all the marketing, it will mean that when that examination finally qualifies for it, he'll have nothing to write on it, because he would have never prepared for it. So I told him to say, you know what? Here's a deal. I want you to take the remaining week and I want you to give it all your best. I want you to write your final examination. Prepare. Do not worry about the remaining. I will settle for you. What I want from you is to write the remaining and focus on making sure that you ace this thing, because I see that you are dedicated. I've seen you change and do something that most people do not dare to do, and that is give it their best even when things are tough, even when things have turned completely against them. I want you to take these remaining weeks and relax and prepare for your final examination. And I will check on you 3 months after you are done. 3 months later, when I hopped on him to check on him, that man was never more happier. Because he finally graduated. His business was doing wonderfully. His mother was more happier to have a son who was an entrepreneur and a graduate at the same time. So when I checked on him, he told me that, do you remember the student who was awarded that cash prize from the investors competition on my university? And I told him, yes, I remember that. He told him, you'd never guess what happened. Because 2 months in, he ran that amount or that business into bankruptcy. So I proceeded to explain to him to say, you know what do you expect it to happen if you give someone a large amount of money to do something that has never been done before? There's only so much time that remains before he blows that whole amount, because he does not know what he is doing, versus someone who follows a proven path that has been proven to work before. So why am I telling you all of this, ladies and gentlemen? You see, I'm telling you all of this to say that the previous way of building something new to start a business has been outdated due to the internet and AI. It has been outdated. Entrepreneurs in this day and age, they follow proven paths and they use the AI and the internet on their advantage to create a better business. You see, you now understand what it's like to become a middleman. Let's take this a step further. You see, you now know that you are the middleman. But you as the middleman, how would you reach your customers who have a problem? You are going to use the internet to market your product. Because the internet has over 3 billion active users each and every day. Meaning that out of those 3 billion, 2 to 3 million are your customers that are waiting for you to pitch that product to them. So how would you find those customers on the internet? That's where AI comes into play, because AI knows everything. You are going to use AI to generate you what we call an ICP. What is an ICP? An ideal customer profile. A video will pop up somewhere on the screen which tells you what an ICP is. You are going to use that ideal customer profile. You understand who your customer is and what problems they have. You are going to use AI again to find a supplier who has a cheaper product or a solution to the ICP's problem. And you are going to use AI again to give you a marketing script. A marketing script that you are going to use to generate videos for your ICP on the internet. And after you do that, Your videos, when they reach tens and thousands of views, you are reaching those ICP. And guess what? The more videos you make, the more likes you get, the more people who share those videos, the more people you reach, is the more money you make and the more your business grows. And if you understand that, ladies and gentlemen, you are literally ready to start building a business the simple way. But here's the thing. After you have built that business, do you know how you scale it to make hundreds and thousands of friends? If you want to know that, watch this video right here.